Good day, everyone, and good day, Mikael. This is an interview for a school project by my nephew, Mikael Parantar. Since we are in a pandemic, so he sent the questions to me and I printed it out. So I'll be reading the questions and I'll give my answer the best way I could. And I hope this will be useful for the future agripreneurs and entrepreneurs, and also for Mikael's school project. Okay, let's start by reading Mikael's introduction. Good day, Uncle. I'm glad you'll be able to spare the time amidst your very busy schedule for this interview. I've been thinking long and hard for the right person for this, and I believe you're the perfect one to be asked to give insights on being an entrepreneur, for I know you're a great and successful one at that. Okay, Michael, thank you. Thank you for choosing me or giving me the opportunity to be interviewed. I hope to share my experience and what we are doing at the farm, at the business. And I hope it will be useful in this project, not only in this project, but for those who are aspiring to be agripreneurs and entrepreneurs in the future. Okay, let me start by introducing myself. I'm Leo Glenn P. Lanutan. I am the owner of Dominant Farm Cebu and Sugbu Farms Chicken Trading. It's basically a free-range breeding farm, free-range chicken breeding farm. Okay, we are located in Argao, Cebu. It's a 66 kilometers south of Cebu, but we are serving nationwide from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Okay, Michael's question number one. Uncle, can you share with us how it all started that you became a breeder farmer? What has made you decide on this kind of business? Okay, to answer the question, I think it is the passion. The passion of being a farmer, a breeder farmer, that made me to decide to do this kind of business. Well, let me tell you a short story of mine. I was an OFW in Dubai for 8 years, or almost 8 years. On the sixth year, I planned to go home for good. As part of the plan, I need to put up a business. So I am already thinking of this kind of business since my passion is for the chickens. I am into chickens. I know a little about chickens and I like chickens. Now, so when you plan, you already have the plan to do the business, so you need the capital. So I work and save a little for my capital, I think for more than a year. Then I quit the job and decided to go home to start the business. Why free range chicken? So that's the question. It's also chicken, but why free range chicken? There are game fowls, there are other types of chickens. So why free range? In abroad, in Dubai, it is very familiar. It was very familiar to us, the brown eggs. So why not introduce it in the Philippines, back home in my area, in my land? So the game fowls will not give you brown eggs. The layer type, the broilers will not give you brown eggs. So basically, this type of chickens are the heritage breed of US, UK, Australia, which they give you brown eggs. Other people call it organic eggs, but it's very deep. When you say organic, it's a very wide thing to discuss. So let me just say it's a free-range eggs, free-range chicken. Since I am into breeding, so I was thinking of breeding this type of chickens. Uh, in free-range chickens, the heritage breed, there are production types and the show type. My first approach was the show type. Now, okay, I'm already here in the Philippines, so I started, uh, I started getting the breeders for my heritage breed. So since I am into this show type, I breed the show type, the Rhode Island Reds, the Barred Plymouth Rock, the Ayam Simani, the Buff Orpingtons. So I acquired those materials and breed. Now, along the way, in my first year, so I had these customers coming in. I had these customers coming in for my show type. Then I realized that uh, it's not the type of business I am planning. I was planning. So because the show type, or let's say I have produced this show type chicks, then I'll sell it to somebody who wants to buy. Then that somebody after 5 months or 6 months will become a breeder also. So he will be a competitor. It's business, so you need it's a competition. So every time I sell, I make a competition. I make a competitor. I build a competitor for my business, which the way I see it is not good for me as as a breeder, as this line of business. Okay, now that's why I research and I have decided. I found out this dominant strain. Uh, they call it dominant CZ genetics. Now, the dominant CZ genetics basically are the production type, uh, production for brown eggs and production for the meat. These are the dual types, and these are still heritage breeds, but the strain, the strain of these breeds was made by a company called Dominant ZZ, which is in they are in Czech Republic. Luckily, this company share their strain not only to big people, the big fishes, but for the small time holder farmers. So we are very lucky to get the strain through the help of Dr. Erwin Cruz. He is the only person who is authorized to import the dominant CZ strain. So before that started, I I took a seminar uh, by Duke Erwin. Then I learned a lot, and basically I am already in the right path. After that seminar, I decided to get my breeders through Duke Erwin Steele, the dominant CZ breeders. Okay. Next question. How long have you been in the business? Okay, I went home. I think that was October 2018. So basically, it's almost 3 years. It will be the third year this October. Looking back at the very beginning, what did all it take to become a breeder? Okay, to become a breeder, for me, you must have the passion in every business. I think you must have the passion in that line of business. Like I have the passion for the chickens. I have the passion for this line of business. Number two, you must invest or you must have the knowledge. That's why you will research, you do seminars. Number three, you must have the capital or the financial part or the money. Then number four, do have the farm, the area, pick the area, and make the facilities for the breeders. And I think that's it. Then another question. From the very start of the endeavor, like looking at the best farm location, deciding on the most excellent materials for breeding to your farm structure, please tell us behind the stories. Have you encountered problems or issues along the way? Yes, of course, we encountered problems. Since my capital is just small, then picking a farm location itself or buying a farm is not possible for me. Luckily, I have the relatives, the in-laws that have this area that I can use it for as a farm. And they offer the area, then that's why I make a farm in that area. That's not mine. Now the materials, you don't have to make it or buy it if you don't have enough money to build the building. You can use what are those useful things in your area. You have the trees, like my area have the trees. I cut down the trees, then make it then use it for the building. So it's a big help. So farm location, I cannot choose, I cannot buy since my money is limited. And so after building the farm, building the facility, you know, the breeders came. So we need to buy the breeders. We need to import the breeders. That's what I have said a while ago. So, Mikael, did you have any business plan prior to starting? How did it help you launch your business? Business plan was yes for the chickens, but originally I was thinking of doing the free range chicken egg business, the brown egg, and later on decided to do the breeding since it's all connected and I only have the small area for the breeding and for the breeders, so I cannot do the layers since it needs a big area and an area far from neighbors, which I don't have. So that's why I decided to do the breeding. Say from the very first day since you started up to the 10th day, what are the activities you've had? I mean, what was it like on the first day until the 10th day into your new venture? Well, first day, uh, we 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 have the challenges, and we are also full of hope. As always, when you venture, there are always challenges on the first days, but we are also hoping, uh, since we have goals and we have planned, so that the answer will be challenges and hope, since I know it's a good but potential for the business, for this business to grow. Okay, what are the income generating aspects of your business? What are your market, and what are and who are your market? Okay, income generating aspects. As a breeder, the income will come from the chicks. The chicks I sold, so it will generate income. The Then these chicks are the F1 layer types for the females and the F1 meat type for the males. So there are farmers who do farming, uh, for how many years, but they were not able to succeed because they don't have the right genetics. So now I got the right genetics. I shared it to them since I am the breeder, so I am the producer. I shared my produce to them for them to use to improve their farming business. So that started my generating aspects of the business. So what are my markets? My markets are those farmers, the wives and children of the OFWs, the people in the city who wants to do the chicken farming business. So basically, it all walks of life who wants to do the chicken business. Since it's very basic, yeah, the eggs are very basic. We consume it every day. Many people use it every day. So for the meat, we consume. It's all consumable. So it's not hard to do the market side. And who are your market? Everyone will be my market. And my first market was uh, my direct friends, relatives. Then they introduced it to their friends. Then their friends also came to me. Then basically it grows. I'm also eager to know your story behind your first sale. Please tell us more about it. Did it in any way motivate you to strive more? Okay, I was aiming for the breeding side, but my first sale was the eggs, the brown eggs. Okay, I started for using the heritage breed. Those were not the dominant CZ strain, but those eggs I sold, and that give me the what do you call this, the motivation to do more. That's why I researched and found this and go to this production rather than sticking in the show type chickens. Okay, so that's why I went to to do seminars for the dominant CZ, since the dominant CZ are the studied and proven good layers and good meat. The meat, uh, be- uh, the meat of these chickens are like the native, but the native are, you can use the meat for around 6 months to 7 months old. But this type of chickens, this strain, at 70 to 90 days, at the same taste with the native, but the texture is much better because it's more tender and juicy. So I hope you can try it soon or in future if you want. So you will know. You will also, you can also decide on doing the the business or or venture into this type of strain. Okay, let's continue. I'm very interested to learn your daily activities of being a breeder farmer. From the time you rise up until you finish your morning coffee, what are the things to be done that await you the whole day? Okay, as honestly, let's start in the evening. Okay, in the evening, I don't usually answer text messages since I am also the one who makes the marketing side. Now, I sleep early, around 7:30 or 8. I sleep early. I wake up at around 3:30 or 4 a.m. Then that's the time I do my coffee. I make coffee. And while having my coffee, I answer some inquiries and some messages coming from everyone. Okay, so my marketing side will be the first thing in the morning. At 5 a.m., I'm already at the farm, checking on the flock, checking on my flock, like if they are all right, if they are healthy. So in the morning, you can see if you're. It's more clear if you want to check your chicken's health because you can see who's like who's sick or who's not. If they have problems, you can see it in the early in the morning. Then you can decide on what to do. And at around 6:30, uh, my farm hands are already in my farm. Also, we do a meeting. We do the meeting. Then uh, basically we just check on everybody and everything in the farm if it's in place or are if it's uh, if it's done the way I want it to be done. And if we have plans for the day or plans for the week, we can discuss it in that meeting. Then breakfast. After breakfast, check the farm, and if I have these orders that scheduled deliveries, then I do it myself since I don't have any driver, and the deliveries I do it myself. Then okay, then 9 a.m. the egg collection. We collect the eggs 3 times a day for my breeders. 9 a.m. we collect eggs. Then 12 p.m. we collect eggs. Then the last part, 4 p.m. in the afternoon, we collect eggs. Okay, so to avoid damages of the eggs, that's why we need to collect it 3 times a day. We don't do it only one time in the afternoon because it will be dirty and damages will be there. So uh, basically, we save a lot in this kind of process. Okay. Now that you are a certified dominant CZF1 breeder, being one of the only few who have earned the certificate of recognition in our province, can you tell us how to get through it in case anybody is interested? Okay, this is a very good question. Number one, if you want to be a certified dominant CZF1 breeder, you need to attend seminars of Doc Erwin Cruz, then avail his modules 1, 2, and 3. Uh, before the pandemic, we do it face-to-face seminar. We need to go to the venue, then listen, then learn. Now it's more easy because there are modules, then the seminars are online. So the requirements for the breeder, if you for you to avail the breeder, are these modules. You need to take these modules first, then you decide on which breeders, which variety of breeders you're going to purchase. Still, you can purchase it to Doc Erwin Cruz. So attend the seminars, attend the modules, purchase the breeders, then get the certificate after 45 days upon the arrival of your breeders. So it's that simple. Okay, Uncle, do you have any message to those who are eyeing the breeding farming business venture of becoming entrepreneurs? Okay, my message is that if you want to be a breeder farmer, first you need to have the passion, then invest in the knowledge, like take the seminars, take the modules, then fix your finances, like your capital, and make the facilities. You cannot breed if you don't have the facilities. Okay, the facilities first, then the breeders. You cannot get the breeders without your facilities. Your money will be wasted. So lastly, you must have the discipline, and also you must be honest and have the integrity as a good breeder, because if you don't have those values, then you might struggle along the way. Okay, this, but through my experience, uh, passion, knowledge, discipline, and good values like honesty and integrity. Okay, Mikel, I hope, no, I thank you again for this interview, and I hope this will be useful by everybody who will be watching this video, and I also hope that this could help you for your school project. Thank you again, and have a good day.
Based on the interview with my uncle, Leo Glenn P. Lanutan, although he didn't really emphasize on specific activities for 10 days since he started his business venture, I suppose the activities he undertook on the earlier part of the 10-day period were to plan on the essential things to do, like looking out for an ideal location, getting farmhands, preparing the infrastructure, acquiring the breeding materials, and at the same time balancing the budget and the venture at hand. Later part of the 10th day period were finishing the infrastructure, providing the essentials of breeding farming like waters and lights, and getting settled and launched the business. Yes, it is obviously a wealth creating venture. As my uncle has mentioned, chicken eggs are basic and ever present on the breakfast table, and its use even goes beyond that, not to mention the breads and pastries we all have for snacks daily, which use eggs as one of the ingredients. Market is easy for market is almost not all everyone. Not only that, since Dominant CZ doesn't only have eggs as its offering but chicken meat as well. Do we often buy chicken meat? Absolutely yes.